My name is Milicent Humphrey. My husband Brian and I have two boys. Carter, who's 9, he is our special needs child. He has Angelman syndrome. And then we have a 5-year-old, Ethan. And we have a crazy little life at home. The director at the time, Terry, was more than happy to welcome Carter into, the family at ECC. We had some challenges, obviously. He was nonverbal. He loved to walk around the table and kind of bop the kids on the head. It was kind of rough, but that was his way of saying hello. So, some parents were uncomfortable with it because they didn't understand. So she was very gracious and sat down with the kids in a 3-year-old classroom and explained the differences in Carter and being nonverbal and things that they could possibly do to help him and ways that they could include him. That was wonderful because they had things to go back to their parents and talk about, and I know they were just 3, but I think it made a world of difference. So that was just a fabulous first step. Just feeling like somebody was kind of bending to him instead of him having to constantly bend to others. Through ECC, they kept telling us, there's this program, it's called Buddy Break, it's at the church, you should give it a try. And I just wasn't ready to open my, family up and say, let's go to this program when I didn't understand that much about it. But, we were exhausted, we were tired. Having a special needs child is very isolating at times, and it's hard to meet other people that understand, and you can't necessarily do play dates with other families that have typical children. And so I said, we're going to try it. I need to. If nothing else, I need to take 3 hours on Saturday and sleep because he was up constantly. So we gave it a try and fell in love, and Carter had a great time. Buddy Break takes the time to pair children up with someone that kind of matches their personality and their energy, and they played with him. He had one-on-one attention for 3 hours, and sometimes he had more than one-on-one attention. Sometimes he had 2-on-1, or if it was a day where we had a lot of volunteers, he had 3-on-1. So he would come home tired, and as hard as he would play, every time he'd come home, they'd be like, he's going to sleep well tonight, he's going to sleep well. That child did not stop. He would come home and play just as hard. So, but it was a great break. Sometimes Brian and I would just fold laundry and watch TV. We didn't go out, we just relaxed, and it was a time for us to kind of get ourselves back together mentally and physically, just kind of resting, and it gave us a chance to kind of have a moment to talk. Through the years in doing Buddy Break, he's had some different buddies, but it's been really nice to just come and see how comfortable he was, and how comfortable he felt, and to see the buddies just take off with him like he was any child and not a child with special needs or a child with Angelman syndrome. They just welcomed him. They saw what a funny kid he was. They could see his fun side. They could see his personality. It was really nice when we had our second child, and he was old enough to come. He's loved it just as much. He went to ECC, so he had some familiar faces from ECC, and he loved being able to be involved in something Carter was involved in. And it was a very controlled environment where I knew that they would watch and make sure that, Carter and Ethan could play safely together. Transitions can be really hard for Carter, so getting him into Buddy Break and familiar with just the 3rd floor, getting him familiar with the Buddy Break room, the toys that are played with, the faces, a lot of faces, carry over to Sunday. We were able to join in on the VIP Sunday school class for Carter, and for once we were able to kind of go to church as a family and sit back, and I knew Carter was having fun doing what Carter liked to do, and he was comfortable. I'm happy here. I love it here. We're comfortable. We always wanted to raise our children and let them come to church. We didn't want to push them into it, but we wanted to give them that opportunity and let them kind of find their way. And so it was hard when we first had Carter, trying to figure out where are we gonna fit in that puzzle piece of, you know, religion and church. And I mean, West Market Church just kind of came to us.